day, everyone. I am going to show you something that is not meant to be showed according to words after. But I have had 6, 7 people who send me the recordings of the meeting, which was 21st of July. And I think that is good that we are sharing the public information that is coming, which is obviously not public information. I'm getting a little bit more and more furious, and you will hear it here also. And there's a lot of things. I am now the bad sheep in all of this. I don't care because I don't look at myself as a bad leader. Not at all. I look at myself as a good leader. And I'm looking at myself as a person who is sharing. Why am I sharing? Because I'm caring. I don't like it when we are held back with information, and definitely when something is just going to partly of communities or teams, and that they are putting themselves in like a winner seat of something, and that the rest of the people are not. So let me now share with you this video, and I am going to stop it from time to time and give my review. And I think the best thing is that I can do it with the video instead of saying, I think they said, or you're assuming, or whatever it is. So the best thing is to get the facts on the table. So let's roll it out and see what we have here. Just make sure that we have the sound on it, and there we have it. All right, so this is the video that
so
21st of
we'll
July.
just give it a few minutes, and then we'll just let the room populate thoroughly. Let's see here. We still have some people that are joining. So, okay, very good. Very good. Yes, okay. I think like we're seven minutes past. Thank you all for being here. It's great to have all of you here. I think all of you will be very happy with the call today. I know that most of you who are on are members of L7, and some of you are also members of M3. I think a large portion of you also is a member of M3. You probably heard me on the calls with L7 and M3 several times, but just to reiterate, my name is Tor. I'm from Norway, and I'm very, very pleased to be on this call, and also very proud to be associated with L7 and also with M3. I also have with me Rune, my good friend and colleague for the last, actually we've known each other for 20 years. Very focused, very business-minded individual. I know a lot of you people know him. We have Norman here, we have Camilla here, we have a lot of very strong leaders. We have Sander, we have Crypto King, we have a lot of good people, Tarja, that is on and are very, very focused and being very, very productive and proactive.
So from my standpoint of view here, when we are starting the meeting, and I understand it because I'm no longer in the good company here, because now they are trying to address me and others as negative people, as bad people. Why? Because we are asking questions and we are sharing things. And it's very, very funny that you're, but I'm not surprised. They don't mention others anymore. So what they are mentioning is always people who are just not only orientated about solutions, but it's those who are running with what they are running with at the moment. Okay, so let's just continue.
And the reason for this call is actually for everybody to be proactive. The purpose for this call is to also provide all of you with solutions and options that is viable and feasible and understandable for everybody. And I think that everybody has started with L7, not for the short-term investment, but for the long-term investment. And I think that everybody is well aware of the situation that has transpired. And I think a lot of people also are up to date when it comes to the solutions that are at hand when it comes to that, and also some of the problems and obstacles that the management of L7 has had to overcome in that sense. They have very, very strong management, which we all know. We have very good people with us, solution-oriented, professional, that has handled a very difficult situation in a very, very professional way. And what's a bit, I would say, a bit unfortunate is miscommunication, misinformation, misunderstandings, and also doubtful thinking, fear-mongering, and stuff like that. That doesn't really help anybody in any positive or any constructive way. And we hope to clarify a lot of that on this call, so we can actually move forward in a constructive way for the benefit of the entire community, for the benefit of the management, and the benefit for the future for everybody that is involved. So I'm very, very happy to have Jensen Lim with us on this call today, which will give us some exciting news and information regarding M3, and also, of course, an update about L7. And Rune, myself, and other leaders have been working in the background to come up with solutions that will actually benefit the entire L7 community if they take that advantage of utilizing it. And I'll actually
So put attention to what he's saying here. Also, there is a solution for the whole community if you're actually doing what you're saying that you should do. But in the meeting, there isn't a should do, it's like an option. But like he said here, it's only if you do.
Jensen shares some of that and what we've actually been able to work as a solution. Like Rune is very solution oriented. Me personally is also very solution oriented, and looking for ways and opportunities that enables us to benefit, that actually can turn something that's been a bit rough into something that is really positive. So with that said, I'm pleased to introduce Jensen. So please unmute yourself, Jensen, and I'll actually hand it over to you. And then we'll actually get some other speakers on board as we get along. So Jensen, are you there? I think you need to unmute yourself.
Yes,
yeah.
I already unmuted. Hi,
yeah.
Thor, is it possible to continue speaking for another 5 minutes?
Oh yeah, of course. No worries. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah.
Thank you.
What I'll reiterate, like Jensen is actually on his way from Dubai to Malaysia. Rune is actually on his way down to Dubai very shortly. I think he's leaving next week. Me personally, I'm on holiday, but also working at the same time.
So already here, Tor Einar is saying that he knows that he's on his way now to Malaysia from Dubai. Despite that, and despite that he is in a hurry, Jensen Lim is asking for a 5-minute talk here before he can come on to and share what he is going to share. The sad thing is that you will never hear the offer from Jensen Lim because he's leaving the meeting, but he's leaving the meeting after 1 hour. So even during the 1 hour, They're not even able to talk about what actually people was waiting for, and that is the news and updates about L7. So let's continue here again. It's very interesting. I call it, that's my opinion. And believe me, I have also a big interest of that L7 should be good. But what is happening here? I am not jumping after this because I feel that this is just, if you don't listen to what they are saying, is this the only solution that they are coming with, that they can come with? Let's continue.
And I think that a lot of people can actually start a bit with L7. I think like a lot of people have already experiencing that they're starting to receive the new LSDs onto their MetaMasks. One thing that people need to be aware of in that sense is that this is a manual operation that is being conducted by the company, so they've been working flat out. So if you're still asking for withdrawals every single day, I will please ask all of you to only make maybe one withdrawal of LSD a week, because it creates a clutter and a very, very large portion to go through manually. I think a lot of you have experienced that, and I think a lot of you have also seen that it starts hitting wallets. You can also go and exchange these LSDs. I've also gotten a lot of messages about people wanting to buy LSDs because of the market price, and that they also expect that to go up, not in the short term, but in the long term. So they would really like to get their hands on some cheap LSD coins. You can do that through different exchanges.
It's always like that. When shit hit the fan, then rumors started flying. You see, so when rumors started flying, then you see when sometimes when we were in trouble, no matter in your life or in business, when you're in trouble, most of the people in the market, they are not there to basically put out their hand to help you out. Instead, they basically step on you for another 1 or 2 foot. Okay, so basically this is the situation that we're in, and I believe that most of you guys already had this call with me, and I already explained to you regarding the situation regarding Jack. All right, so we will not go into that detail now, but the good news is we already spoke to the lawyer, and in 2 months time most probably he'll be out. But like I said, most probably. All right, so we are hoping for the best for him, but until today we still have nothing. So after we finally got all this, what do you call that, the control of backend system and everything, that we thought that we finally can get it resolved. But now we are facing with a very huge roadblock whereby, since until today, he's still not out. And all the people, all the IP that used to work for him that's in China, all of them went hiding. So we couldn't reach anyone at all. So we are also stuck here. That's the reason why we were forced to basically change to a new address, a new contract, smart contract, so that we can basically make it manually to send out, what do you call it, the LSD to each and every request. So I believe why Terreno asked you guys not to basically ask for withdrawal every day, because currently now it's all very manual. We need manpower sitting there in front of the computer.
Okay, so once again, there is no information, and I don't want to give him information, or they have no information to give. I cannot talk more about it either, because people are also asking me what did really happen. I say, I don't know. I know only what they are telling, and they have told it on the meeting, the 22nd of May. After that, the only thing we know that he is still in China, Jack Shaw. So yeah, I still don't understand this part. Even though if he's in China, if he's arrested, or if he was on holiday in Hawaii, what does it have to do with the actually pool if nobody can touch it except him? And it doesn't matter if he is locked in or not locked in. The pool is continuing, isn't it? I'm just asking this question. I know also people are asking this, but we will never have any answer of this. It's not coming today either, and we will not have it in the future. Nobody's even trying to explain it in a way that is sensible to understand it. It's just words saying that it's impossible, and I have to not show any activities on the site and so on and so on. But excuse me, if the government of China want to have access to something, they get it. So, okay, let's continue here.
Computer almost 24/7, and just by clicking approval for your withdrawal on LSC. And this actually really put a huge toll on how to say on every one of us. Why? Because we have been working tirelessly until one of our very dear friends that I believe most of you guys know, his name is Nigel. So he has been working day and night non-stop, and he didn't sleep for 3 days, 3 consecutive days right after the withdrawal. So I showed the picture to Bruna, Toreno, and also Sanders. They have seen it. So he basically, out of exhaustion, he fell flat on his face onto the ground, onto the asphalt. So he got, I think, about 6 stitches in his mouth and 9 stitches on his face. So, yeah, basically, we have been doing everything that we can, everything in our power to try to salvage the situation and try to ease the pain. But other than, how to say, other than complaints or other than pointing fingers at us, we do not really receive any gratitude. But it's okay. We are here for the long run, so we're not here to basically get your thanks or anything like that. But this is the actual fact. But I do know that a lot of people in the market are talking shit about us, talking shit about your leaders, but they are the real ones who are actually putting in the work to make sure things getting resolved and find a solution. So during this period of time, I know it's hard. You know, basically, you can see the people who they are right after when the shit hit the fan. Okay, most people, when troubles come, the first thing they'll choose to do is actually to run away, and also
Stop it here because obviously I am one of those people in that box that he's putting people inside of now. Those who are talking shit. I am not talking shit about anything here. It's just that I don't buy all the information that is coming, and I'm asking questions. Plus, I'm asking questions on behalf of the people in the community. I think it's very, very sad that they are then going out and saying that people are talking shit. Maybe it's others who are talking directly shit as they say it, but I don't consider question marks about things which is happening as a shit. I think it's very smart to listen to the people, listen to the community in general, and not just take the information which is coming, swallow it, and be happy with it. I am very happy that people are able to think themselves, but if they cannot have their opinion and if they cannot have questions about what is happening, then you're put in another box after. Regarding that, some people, I know that there is also people in other communities around in the world who are saying something. What it is, I don't know. I'm not searching for it either. I am searching for answers and information to share with the community and the team. But I think it's very, very sad that they are getting angry, like in the beginning of this meeting also from Toreno Olaisen, and here also with the Jensson Lim, and you see the heads of other leaders, if I can call them leaders, they call themselves at least leaders, are nodding with their heads, and so much are agree with everything which is said here. It's up to them what they also believe in, but that the so-called leaders, you will hear that later also, don't accept that others are putting question marks and asking questions, which I think it's natural. It's not only this situation which has happened where everything stopped in April here, and there was no communication from L7. There was a meeting 22nd of May, which was not recorded as well. And after that, it hasn't been one single public Zoom call for communities. Not one. So think about that as well when we are listening to what they are saying.
So to point the finger out. So they become the victim, all right? And the rest of the people, or maybe the people they are pointing at will become the bad person who are basically creating this situation. But it's okay. We are not here to basically, how to say, talk bad about other people, but we're here to basically let you guys know about what kind of solutions that we have. The reason why a lot of people say that, oh, nowadays they already forgotten about L7, no one is caring about L7, they already changed the name to M3, blah, blah, blah. You know, seriously, if let's say they're sitting right in front of me, I really want to punch them in the fucking face. Seriously, I don't give a damn who they are.
So you hear what a leader is sitting and saying? If they're sitting in front of them, they even would punch them in the face. They don't care who they are. And this is a leadership. If they can't take the heat, I'm sorry, but stop blaming the community for the situation that L7 is inside of. If you, Jens Lim, and the other so-called leaders here, which I think is now misleading, are not able to take questions, seriously questions, from people who have put in different type of amounts of money inside of L7. If we can't handle the questions from them, who has the problem? Is it really the people who are asking the questions? And when it's not answered, and when there is no public information, there is no announcements, nothing, and they don't get the answers, I have no, what shall I say? I understand that people are asking questions when it goes so long time, so long time, so long time. Let's continue with this.
Those motherfuckers, they just sit there and just talk. And what the fuck did they did from back then when Jack was arrested until today? What did they do? Other than talking, nothing else.
So now they are also, like he says, this motherfuckers and blah, 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 blah. Seriously, what language is this? I know it's English, but the use of words back when they had the problem with L7, now they're talking about what happened when Jack disappeared and things like this. And still they are just blaming people, that people are getting frustrated, people are getting angry, people are asking questions, and they are starting having these calls and calling these people for these bad words. I really, I think this is totally unprofessional, but that's my opinion.
We have been working our ass off non-stop and finding solutions. This is actually the hardest path that we can go down to. To also tell you guys very fucking frankly, okay, I need to be very frank with you guys. You see, I'm in the same boat as you all are, Okay, literally. Okay, I have my community in Malaysia and I have my community in China, Indonesia, in the Asia market. Yes. Let me show you one thing. Okay, can I share my screen here? Yes. All right. Using their speculation or what they think suits them, and basically just talk shit about us. There's so many rumors going around saying that, Jensen, Eddie Chong, all these guys are basically gathering up and trying to steal community members away from L7. And there's even the funniest rumors I've ever heard is like, they purposely don't want to save Jack so that they can overtake the business. I think those people really watch too much movies. So whatever they say, I can only use one thing to basically prove to all of you guys. Just now I already showed you my wallet. You see, I believe none of you guys have that kind of amount of LSD like me. But no, I'm not selling any. And I'm not selling any, but I'm not asking you guys to buy any. Don't get me wrong. Remember very clearly, I tell you guys not to buy. You see, and also currently now we are finding solution like previously when we finally we were looking through our IDO list back then. Okay, when shit hit the fan, we were thinking, what should we do? And until the lawyer told us this is the real situation and we know that he will not come out so soon, then we need to find a solution because we cannot ask all of you guys to sit here without doing anything and without earning anything. Everyone needs to live their life. All right. So, but what can we do? So we went through all our lists that we're supposed to basically go through, go to our, initial decentralized exchange, okay, our IDO. So we went through the IDO list and we found this project, which is doing layer 2. So hence the reason we were thinking, since they are building a layer 2 chain, and whatever asset that we have previously built on L7, why can't we move those assets over? Asset as in not money, asset is like as in like the centralized exchange, the decentralized exchange. Why do I call them asset? Because you need to understand, to build a centralized exchange, you need millions of dollars. Decentralized exchange is the same. You need time, you need money. But if today we let L7 just go die like this, then what will happen? Everything will just go to waste. It's literally like if let's say today you have a public listed company listing on NASDAQ. Okay. So when you list your company in NASDAQ, imagine now currently your company is dropping like your share is actually dropping like nobody business. All right. So what will you do? Will you just close down your company? Yes. That would be the stupidest thing that any person can do. Why is there so many shells public listed companies going around in the market? Because all this are assets. Although the company have no money, it's okay because whatever you have built equals to money. They are all assets. They can basically turn into money. We can sell the public listed shell to any other company whereby they need the requirement, and all this can make it into money. You see, we can sell it, but not now. Now when L7 is not moving, everything is stagnant. Nobody is going to spend a single cent to buy. So why? By all means, we need to find any possible way, every possible way that we can basically rebuild L7 so that, all these assets can turn into money that we can put into a liquidity pool so that everyone will have a good day. But before we go until that point, people are already spreading rumors, writing negative stuff online. All right. You know who you are. Okay. So I don't need to name names, but you know who you are. So basically, all these rumors, all this negative stuff, before you really knowing what's going on and putting it online, you think it's actually trying to help your friends and family. But actually, no. You are basically tarnishing or maybe putting a bad name on your own asset. Sometimes human beings are so weird. You want to get back your money, you want to try to basically get back everything that you have lost, but at the same time, you want to tarnish that particular brand. So how is it possible that we use the same brand to make money? Impossible now. So when it's impossible, we need to find other ways. So to find other ways, then what we can do, basically with the layer 2 chain that we have, as I already mentioned just now, we just basically take whatever asset that we have, meaning that whatever tools that we can use, and move it over to a new company. You see, just imagine like this: if today,
Interesting to listen to this again. It's all over again. That people, when people are asking questions, you're working against your own things. I think it's very sad because it's like the whole community are not thinking. We don't have a brain. Maybe there is some other solutions, but we don't know because we are not smart enough. And then they are getting angry. Now we are in July, that people are posting something in different communities, in chats, on other social media, and so on. You have to ask yourself, do you think it's not natural that people are getting frustrated? I think it is. And it's not about working against L7. It's questioning about what is actually happening here. And the answer is maybe not the words that you are saying. Maybe not all people are believing in that solutions that is always put out here. But if you don't believe in it, you're a bad guy. This is what they are saying. And I think it's, and now the psychology part here, that now they are playing on me, you, everybody, that you should feel bad if you're asking questions, because now you're working against yourself, your community, your team, the company, and you should sit there and feel bad. So please stop asking questions. This is what they're actually saying. Believe in what they are saying. If you don't believe in it, we are the bad ones. Okay, let's continue.
we really want to revive L7, all right? So I'll open up a liquidity pool. Ask yourself sincerely, if today we started a liquidity pool, if let's say with our member, everyone just put in 1,000, we will have more than, easily we will have more than 100 million, okay? If let's say based on the record that we have 170,000 people, one person put in 1,000 US dollar, we will have 117 million US dollar of worth of liquidity pool. And everything will be resolved immediately. Immediately. But will you?
Okay, 170,000 members. This is what they are saying here. I think everybody knows that that is not the reality. And I don't understand why they are using this type of numbers. Seriously. I, I don't know. Are we so stupid or what? Many people have here have two accounts, three accounts, four accounts, five accounts. And even after starting with the M3, there is even more accounts inside of M3. So don't count the accounts as the number of members. You have to divide that number on the average of accounts, which is, so if there is three accounts on the average, yeah, well, then you have to divide 170,000 on three. That's the real number of people. So please stop using these numbers and put it in the head of people.
Please ask yourself, will you? The answer will be no. So when the answer is no, then what else can we do? If let's say today, we still use the brand L7 with all this negativity in the market, in Telegram group, in Facebook, in everywhere, in you, even on YouTube. My name is also even mentioned on YouTube. Yay! So just imagine with that. And what can we do? We go out to the market. We try to do business. We try to look for funders to help out the whole situation. Do you think that if let's say today you have $1 million that I want you to be part of our partners to basically help to rebuild L7, and you don't tell me that you will not go online and do your due diligence and check who L7 is. And once you did that, and you see all the shit that people are writing about us, then what will happen? Will you still put your money? No. The answer is fucking no. So since every possible way that we tried to do, it has been roadblocked by our own people. And then now everyone's basically trying to cry out and say that, we need to get things resolved. Yes, we do. But we need to find a way. So
Again, they are using so bad words. I am shocked about the words that they are using as well. They are so furious. All of these so-called leaders here, included Jens on Lim now. I mean, you're a public person inside of a big company, ain't you? And if you have a problem that people are asking questions and putting it on social media, then don't have any meetings then. Don't work with a community then. My name is also out, but I am standing for what I'm saying, but I don't use the bad words about people. I think this is just sad to see how they are now trying to play with your mindset in all of this.
the only possible way for us to do it is actually to basically move whatever tools that we have, and we go into the market and find back all the people that used to work for L7 one by one and pull them back together and rebuild L7 at the same time and build M3. Okay, the project that we are going into, the blue chip project, is called M3. So we move all our assets into M3, and during that time, when we planned this, we invited leaders to fly themselves because we do not have any funds. All the funds are with Jack, including our funds as well. Okay, so we were in Dubai and we were meeting with GC and trying to pull everyone back, the team back together. So what happened was we invited leaders, and Rune fly himself out to Dubai to meet us. And at first, yeah, he was also very angry at us. Of course, why will not he be angry with us? Every leader basically need us, they wanted to kill us. But after they really understand what we are actually doing, and he himself, he saw, we meet up with the owner of the CEO, the founders, the owner of Utopia, a project, okay, whereby that project have more than 70,000 IPs underneath their belt. If let's say today we are using L7 Lab, we have our lab to incubate project. If we use L7 Lab to go and meet them, do you think that they will say yes to us? They will just ask us to fuck off. But luckily, we have the brand M3, so we meet up with them, and they see us with really who we are, but not based on L7. They did their due diligence, they study who am I, who is Eddie Chong, who is GC, who is James, who is everyone in the team, and they come on board. Now they are also part of the DAO itself. And whatever we face in L7, we make a huge change here because we are making it into a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. So there's no boss, no one person handling the company, but every one of you who willing to join us, like I said, recently.
It's another part which I'm wondering about when it comes to M3. It doesn't say anything about it on their page. There is no information about it. I haven't seen papers. Maybe it is somewhere. And it's talking about that it's a DAO. They say that they have a partnership with Utopia there. You can look at the back office of M3 also. They write that they have bought themselves a part of an NFT project with Utopia. So I don't know the cooperation here. And when it comes to a DAO, they say now also that Utopia is a part of their DAO and so on and so on. But are you who are inside of M3, are you a part of the DAO or is the DAO coming after? Because it said here also it's coming after, but others are already a part of it. So I'm just asking openly questions about these things. Because I like to find out and I like to read and I do understand a lot. So yeah, let's rock and roll and move on with this video.
Closely, willing. Who are willing to join us, welcome. Who are not, it's okay. We are not forcing anyone, but we are just trying to help. And I believe, okay, people who talk in the market until today, trust me on one thing, they're still broke. I can assure you that. The people who talk most, the people who complain most until today, they're still broke. But the people who really wanted to make a change and the people who really put in the effort, okay, and to try to find a solution with us, okay, now they already make money. And hence today, they asked me to basically make this call with you guys. First thing first, to let you understand the situation. Secondly, to also let you guys see what we really can do for everyone. You know, the situation now, okay, is literally like COVID. I believe everyone here have a very deep, how to say, memory, or maybe I can say that, you know, a very bad experience with COVID. COVID is some fucking virus that nobody wants. Okay, no one wants happen, but it happened, right? When it happened, so yeah, every government trying their way, trying to find a solution. There's no particular one way to make it better. Everyone in the whole world was caught off guard, and we were just trying to basically cope with it. Every government are only doing their best that they think that is the best way to help their country. No matter which decision that any government in the whole world did, there's always complaint. There's always opposition who basically say that they are wrong. But at the end of the day, you know, the lockdown who locked us at home, we don't like it. Everyone complain. We don't have freedom anymore. We have free will. We wanted to do whatever we want. But when the shit gets real, meaning that, you know, people really started dying, then yeah, a lot of people started to be afraid and stay home. So during that period of time, it's exactly like now in L7 and M3. We have two options. One, we sit tight, sit at home, stock out on the tissue paper, stock out on your food, stay home, do nothing. All right, wait for the whole situation in the whole world to become better. That's one way of doing things. Second way, put on the glove, put on the face mask, then come out to the market and work, find opportunities. No matter you want to become a delivery boy or whatsoever, find solutions.
Okay, so he's saying, of course, in the difficult situation, it's normal that you're trying to find solution. You have to be solution orientated. I look at myself as a very orientated person also. I do. But I have to ask still the question then, What if we don't do anything about M3 and we are waiting for L7 and we are waiting for Jack to come out? What then? Because it said earlier on other calls that if that happens, yeah, then it goes back to where it was and continue there. So I'm asking myself, why ain't they waiting? And why do they now, during this meeting here also, wants to offer people to get rid of as an offer that you don't need to take to buy assets, stable coins or LSD from L7 if there is actually no need to do it. I, that's my opinion. And my opinion is based on the weak information that we have. I know that they're giving a lot of information, but just to certain people. That is those who are always doing like this and not asking questions. Again, this is my opinion. Let's continue.
Because why? Money puts food on the table.
It's correct. Money puts food on the table. Back last year, it stopped with the LUSD to USDT. Later on, it stopped with NFT. Later on, it stopped also sending NFTs or LUSD or LSD to other accounts. And the amount of LSD used to farming with a combination of fresh money again. And I'm saying again because I am getting more and more thoughtful about what is actually happening here. This is nothing new. The new is that the total situation has stopped up based on what they are saying. So let's just continue again, okay?
So, same thing. All of us here, we are finding ways to basically we can put food back on our own family's table at the same time on the people who are willing to let us help them. Okay. Now everyone is in the pool. We can only basically put out our hand. Whoever want to grab on it, yeah, come on. Whoever don't want to come on to grab on it, it's fine. We are not forcing anyone to. So before I continue to share with you what we are actually doing here, I really wanted someone to basically give a few words to you guys. But before I go there, okay, I also wanted to remind all of you, okay, I need to remind all of you a very, very important thing. L7 doesn't belong to me. L7 doesn't belong to Eddie Chong. We can just choose to walk away. If we choose to walk away, if we took that option, all right, then basically we can go to China and find Jack. That's it. But we choose to stay and fight and stand with you. Until today, we are not going anywhere. That's the reason why I'm still sitting here talking to you guys. And plus, is there anyone so stupid or like an idiot, a bunch of idiots, who started a new project and still put their face with all the negativity behind? But we choose to show our face because we have nothing to hide. And we are in the same boat as all of you guys. As you've seen just now, I already showed you my asset.
Okay, I get this, that there is nothing to hide. and you could have all have started with something else and put L7 down. There is no value today on the LSD. Everybody knows that. Are we believing it might come up to each and everyone? Are we believing that there is a combination that if it goes well with M3, that L7 is coming back? Up to everyone to believe or disbelieve in what is said, and only future will show. But yes, ask yourself also the question that why didn't they just start with this M3 on the outside? I know they are saying it's supposed to be a DAO which was coming inside of L7 later on. But the more they are not giving information, not giving food on the table, like you said here, they're coming with a solution here after, but you will hear it. You will. But I'm looking at it from different angles. It's confusing me because what value do they actually see in L7? I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but it's must be allowed to ask some questions without being put in a box. God, I'm getting curious about these things, but I don't want to sit here and use bad words. It must be allowed for people to ask questions. Is this the only solution that they can come up with? And the solution is that I look at it from other side also. What is the value that they see in L7? It's you, like I see it. It's you, your data, your team, your money. That is the value. There is no value in L7 today. I think everybody knows that. They're talking about buying the shell and so on and so on. It's not the right timing. How is it possible for them to actually just make a new address for withdrawing? So they have the access, but they don't have access to the liquidity pool. So they have full access to the back office and everything which is happening there, which is showing also on the pages. Yes, they took down the page, gave us a new address on the page because they don't want to show the old address because they don't want a certain government to see that things are actually happening. But excuse me, uh, thinking that the government in China doesn't get access to the new address that came up. They can have an account there. You never know. They can also see the movements that actually assets are in process, and it says failed. Now you get some LSD, but it says failed. But still, you see that there is a communication inside there. So I have more questions from every meeting which is coming. Yeah, it's frustrating how they just want to put the cover on everything, and that this cover is the only cover that we have to believe. Otherwise, we are negative people, we are bad people, we are disturbing people, and so on and so on. I find it very disturbing to hear this actually, because they're talking down on other people, and in the end of it, they're making it so that people who are asking questions and putting things on the social media and so on, they are those who are putting it down. But why are they putting it down? Because they don't get any answers. Okay. Yeah, let's move on with this because this is going to be a long recording.
I already showed you, you know, if let's say back then when LSD was $11, just do a calculation with 260,000 LSD token, how much money do I have? So we can literally choose to walk away and don't give two fucks. But because we give a fuck. So that's the reason why we are doing this. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. It's literally like COVID. Whether you like it or not, it's here to stay. So now I'll pass the microphone, if possible, to Runa and let Runa share about how was his feeling when he chose to fly to Dubai, and also what did he see with his own eye. And he had his doubt, but after he really understand and he saw what we are actually trying to do, and in which aspect of his life things change. After that, after Runa shared his point of view, I would hope, Camila, if let's say you are free, you can also basically open your mic and also to share with everyone else as well. Okay, so, and also one more thing, you know, sometimes, no, it's not sometimes, it's every time when shit hit the fan, you know, people will come out and try to be hero. But by word of mouth, by talk. Remember one thing, talk is cheap, words is cheap. We don't just talk, we basically action. We take action, we create the solution, we find out what we can do to basically salvage the whole situation. So that in the near future, we have a hope to basically revitalize L7. So that's my sharing now. So Runa?
Thank you.
Okay, so before we let Rune hear, so talking is cheap, like he says. Yes, it's always easy to talk, it is. But seriously, who didn't talk here since early on in April? And people are sitting and getting no information. And a few people get some information. And those who are been down to Malaysia or Dubai, whatever now, some of them have chosen to go for it. Yes, I don't blame them for that. But what is sad is that they don't open for questions. They don't want to hear from anyone else who have other perspectives, other questions, other point of view of the situation. They don't want to hear about this. Sad. Yes, like you said, talking is easy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jensen. Thank you very much for taking your time to come on board to inform us in the community. Very good to see a lot of people here today. Unfortunately, I can see a lot of people that has been in a good way, what should I say, ask for the information, assume a lot in the groups, make a lot of noise in the group. They are even not here when we are giving the information, and that is, I don't really understand it. So for all of you that are here today, I'm very, very happy to see you.
I am very, very sad to hear that a so-called leader is sitting there and complaining that others are not on a call, sitting there complaining that people are asking questions. And as you can see on this video and on the screen here also, you can see who is always nodding their heads, who's just jumping after others. Very sad to hear this, that we are negative that people are not coming to a meeting, but blame yourself also that people are not coming to the meetings, because this is not going out to everyone. People always have to go through some other channels to get some information. That is the truth. And if there is, I know that there's a lot of people there now of these so-called leaders who are together, and they are not talking positive about me. It's all up to them what they want to say. I know the reason why they are blocking me out from everything, because I have other uh, opinions. I always had that. But it's not about having other opinions. It's about opening the door to let people ask questions. And not all the questions that I am asking is directly from me, it's from the community. But it's your choice. I am addressing this to all of you leaders who are sitting on this meeting there. You have no respect for the community. And yeah, it's very, very sad to hear. So if this was addressed to me, I am here. I was here the whole meeting also, just so you know.
So, first of all, when this thing happened, we was in a very, very good mood in the L7. We was so on the right way. We was so in what you call it. We was just before the really, really duplication and the takeoff for L7. This obstacle or this situation happened. As you also mentioned, Jensen, every companies, even they are in the beginning or in the mid phase or have been established for several years, they will meet obstacle. Everyone meet obstacle. There can be small obstacle, but this obstacle regarding the situation with Jack, that is completely unfair, that we know how the L7 system was and is. So it's so fair that he is actually arrested in China. I don't want to speculate in that. We have to just say, okay, we have to deal with it. There is nothing else we can do.
You don't want to speculate. Sorry, I didn't unmute myself. You didn't want to speculate in this, but you just did. You just said it yourself. And I don't find it strange that people are asking questions about this neither. I don't. Yes, there is always obstacles, as it says here. That happens every single day in all companies. But what we are about to hear is that mostly of the companies, they find solutions, but it's very rare that you hear that they're asking the community to invest in a new thing. And later on, you will hear that they're also asking about, or not asking about, they're giving us as an option, like they say, to give away your assets from company A to B. I am asking myself the question, is it really the assets that they're looking for? Because you will hear that there is, when it comes to this offer, but I will come back to that point.
When we have that big obstacle, a really huge obstacle, where we have 35, 40 million dollars locked in a liquidity pool, it will be the catastrophe for the most of companies. They will just have to close, and a lot of people will lose their money. So therefore, I am so happy that Jensen, Adi, took especially to Jensen and Eddie took the action. You know, if this have been a scam, it would be easy. Then they could just leave. But when it's not a scam, when we meet obstacle, there is only about the management we have. What action are they? I will call them rock in the river. Therefore, they find a solution with the M3, starting with M3 before the original plan. And for me, myself, when I go to Dubai, I was so frustrated. I was so frustrated, just like all of you. I need to know what is the plan, what is the way further, what about those people have bought NFT, what about those people have in the liquidity pool, the basic farm, and so on. So when the management take that action, and I, as a leader, one of the leader that understand, and I have 100% truth and belief and safety in the management. That is my secure. It is the management behind the company. That is the most important for me. And also the rest of the leaders, we are really stand together. Camilla in UK, to Einar, Sonder, Tarje, Joachim, a lot of really good, strong leaders. And when we do that, in the Norway and Scandinavia and England and UK and Ireland and so as well, we have a chance to what you say, to also do what is necessary that everybody will have their money. No one will lose any money. So they have said, and I have told a lot of times, they need to do it step by step. If the situation with Jack was okay, he was released to tomorrow and next week, it will just be a huge bonus. But we have to work like we cannot have access to that liquidity pool. And that's want to share something to you. When I understand how the M3 Masverse was taking over before it was originally planned to start, it was very good, because Gerald Chack, James Luca, everybody in the management was 100% all in. I was also so lucky, as Jensen meant, that I met Emmanuel in Utopia. We talk a lot about the L7 and so on. And Jensen have been clear a lot of times, we need to do it step by step. As he used to say, first thing first. So we have to take step by step. And even though now we are releasing the LSD from the basic farming, the people don't even trust. I not say all of you, but a lot of people don't trust. They're starting with assuming. They're starting to give unsecureness into the community. Actually destroy their own business. It's I don't understand it. So what M3 is actually it's very simple. It is a DAO, a decentralized organization, that we are owner, and we are the owner because of the token we have.
I have a question about this. M3, is that the DAO today or not? Because if it was, it would be another type of community, since all of the tokens on a DAO, they have voting rights. and it has to be a community place where they can do this. As far as I don't see it yet. I don't see where people can actually have this opportunity to vote for something inside of M3. The question is it going to be a token, a DAO inside of M3, or is M3 going to convert to a DAO? I don't understand this part because people are already buying in with their avatars. Is this avatars? Where is the smart contracts which is connected to the DAO? Just a question.
The MCD token, it only exists 2.1 million, and 90% will go out to us in the community if we want to take that opportunity. Otherwise,
I have to turn back here. I didn't catch this quite. Did you say something about 90%?
the basic farming, the people don't trust. I not say all of you, but a lot of people don't trust. They're starting with assuming. They're starting to give unsecureness into the community. Actually destroy their own business. I don't understand it. So what M3 is actually it's very simple. It is a DAO, a decentralized organization that we are owner, and we are the owner because of the token we have, the MCD token. It only exists 2.1 million, and 90% will go out to us in the community if we want to take that opportunity. Otherwise, we can sit and wait. For me, I will grab this opportunity because if you understand.
Okay, so it was the MCD token inside of M3, which 90% is going to be distributed back. I still don't catch this DAO part here. And correct me if I'm wrong about that part, but
this opportunity that is just in our hand, it is an amazing opportunity. So please try to understand what M3 is and why M3 is implemented right now. And also, I will shortly, because in the M3, in the Masters, in the Web3, it's all about to connect the traditional business into the digital business. And how do we do that? We need a community. If everything was in normal plans with L7, we will be 1 million in the end of this year. And imagine how powerful will it be if we was 1 million into the M3 and then we released the decentralized ID. That is a huge trend right now. We are not there now where we would wish to start it. We don't start at 0, but we don't start at the top. We are starting with 50%, I would say. And we are in over 100 countries. And without a community, there is no help what any of business you have, because without any members that will buy your products or use your service or so on, you need to have a community. Therefore, we have the opportunity to buy an avatar for have daily yield for 0.5 to 2% every single day, daily payout in 9:30 UK time and 10:30 Norwegian time. It is amazing, and that's why we are attracting the community. And how do we attract the merchants, the partners? That is in a very, very, very smart way, because 20% of all our earnings day by day, every day, every week, every month, around all the globe will be put in at 20% you need to shop. And that way we will attract a lot of merchants and so on. And also, I don't know, you want me to tell about the deal we have been talked about, Jensen, or will you take that part to Einar?
I think
Okay.
it's just to reiterate a few things of what you said, Rune.
Yeah.
Like, you've been down there several times.
Just a short comment on the numbers, which was said here. Up to up to 60% a month. That's the 2% a day is up to, okay? So it's not a certain amount, but yeah, just so that is said.
We're actually also going back next week. We have also had a lot of other leaders traveling down and seeing and understanding I think the key point here is the credibility of the management and the people in M3, and also that was in L7 that is still here, and also to just, I think, reassure everybody that the entire management is working to find solutions for everybody in L7, and also providing a vehicle to move forward that will speed up the process with L7 with M3. And we've been working quite diligently for a long time with the management and everybody. And just to let everybody know, like, we're really solution oriented for everybody. And this has been, like Rune said, for me personally as well, a bit of a slap in the face. But once that slap in the face goes down, it's very important that you move forward. And like you said, like, a lot of the complainers within the community, they are not even bothering spending their time to actually get information. And I think that I would like to enforce to everybody that is on the call, please help us stop those naysayers and those people that are just creating a fuss. Let's just kill them at the door.
So now we have another stamp. I mean, me and those who are not only doubting, but we have questions. And yes, we are actually searching for information, but it's very hard to get the information, just so that is it. But listen again to the words that Tor Einar Olaisen is using here about those who are not jumping after what they are saying. They call them now no-sayers, but take a listen again to what he's saying here. Maybe it's a little bit too much back here, but let's listen.
is the credibility of the management and the people in M3, and also that was in L7 that is still here, and that and also to just, I think, reassure everybody that the entire management is working to find solutions for everybody in L7, and also providing a vehicle to move forward that will speed up the process with L7 with M3. And we've been working quite diligently for a long time with the management and everybody. And just to let everybody know, like, we're really solution oriented for everybody. And this has been, like Rune said, for me personally as well, a bit of a slap in the face. But once that slap in the face falls down, it's very important that you move forward. And like you said, like a lot of the complainers within the community, they are not even bothering spending their time to actually get information. And I think that I would like to
Stop it again, because he's actually saying that people are not involving or spending time to get information. How misleading is that information? Totally.
enforce to everybody that is on the call, please help us stop those naysayers and those people that are just creating a fuss. Let's just kill them at the door so they stop this shit, which will just affect all of our business. And I would just ask everybody on the call to please facilitate in that. If you see that in any groups, if you hear that from anybody, like, hey, you're not actually part of the solution, you are now part of the problem. And we are hard working on finding the solution.
So if you have another opinion and not doing as they say, you are then a problem. This is what he's saying, word by word. You're not a part of their solution, you're a part of the problem. So if you have another opinion about something, if you have some questions, if you have some doubts, if you don't find the answers, if you're not jumping on all the calls, you are then in that box. I am definitely in that box, obviously from them, even though I don't look at myself as that. I am looking for information. But sorry, this information is not the information which I am happy with. So I think it's very sad that let's kill them at the door. Strong words from a bad leadership. I have to say that. This is a bad leadership.
And Jensen, maybe you can share with all of us some of the solutions that we've actually come up with some of the assets that we have in L7 and how we can utilize that to actually get within the M3 community in a very smart and positive way that can also leverage some of the earnings we've already had in L7 and a solution that we've all come to find that will benefit both parties.
So now you hear that it was an addressed question to Jensen Lim here to give information about the solution, which is the offer and things like this. Now they have spent more than 1 hour on this call already, I think, if I'm not wrong. Or 40 to 45 minutes or something like that. And you will not hear it because he had to leave. Why didn't they tell this in the beginning when he knows that he's leaving?
All right.
So, Jensen,
So
I'll leave it to you.
Before I go into that, actually, I believe this actually should be brought up by you guys, because actually this initiative is actually brought up by you. So, but before we go into that, I would like to invite someone to basically share something with you. I believe that person is Camilla, and she is one of the first to basically experience that from Torreno, Sanders, and also Ruda. So I believe, testimonials, how to say, how to say, works best because why? She have everything to prove rather than just words, you see, like those naysayers. But she have everything to prove because all this has been happening when you put up your hand that you need saving, and we were here. If let's say you wanted to help yourself, we are here to help. But if let's say you don't, then I'm so sorry. But like I said, so I would like Camilla to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Jensen, and good evening, everyone. I'm just going to share my experience in a very short way. I guess it really started when I was in Kuala Lumpur, because that's when I realized that this beautiful vehicle of L7 that I'd chosen was not going to be my vehicle anymore. And to be honest with you, I was really devastated. I came back from there, and it probably took a week or 10 days for me to process everything that had happened. But I always had a driving force inside me that I wanted to move on and I wanted to move through. So I decided to sit down with myself and with Tor and with Runa and work out the things that I had to, that were the positives that I could move forward with. And there were 4 of them. The first is the team of people in Jensen, GC, Eddie and James. These 4 men I got to know in L7, their experience, their connections, their honesty, their integrity. I mean, they're just really, really nice guys. I want to work with people like that. And I want to follow them because, you know, I can't pick a crypto project myself. I'm just not experienced enough, but I'm sure it's hell going to follow one that GC picks. So that was my number 1, that I wanted to follow these guys into the next project. The second thing that was really important for me to move forward was the fact that it was a DAO. What we kind of learned from L7, we've changed in M3. And in a way, Jack, it was centralized because it was all around Jack. He held the keys to everything. So the DAO is an opportunity for us to set up this new project, M3, in a really fair, positive format. And so I'm very excited about the DAO. The third thing is that a lot of when I sat down in Kuala Lumpur and spoke to GC, he said that, you know, his department was the department that came in with profits month on month on month with L7. And he's the guy so what we've missed out in L7, we've got in M3 because GC is choosing these projects. He is bringing them to the table. So everything that I was actually very excited about in L7 is going to be happening in M3. So that was the third point. And my last point, which kind of came with understanding, was, okay, this project is time sensitive. And that is, if you want to be involved in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4, and if you don't know what that means, look at any recording of Kelvin doing a presentation on M3. If you want to benefit from all 4 phases, which is an extraordinary position to be in, it's time sensitive. So you need to get your head around it and make your decisions. So I hope that kind of helps you hang your hat on a few things, and to process and to, most importantly, move forward. So thank you very much. Over to.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Camilla. And it's so important for people to understand that what happened, the situation we have talked about several times, also from the official, from Jensen, and also from us leaders, also from you, Camilla, and all the leaders. It is so important to know that M3 is not because L7 didn't work, but it was implemented before. This is so important to say, because now a lot of people think, okay, they didn't, L7, they have taken the money, now they start a new one. How idiot would the management be? As Jensen said, we are still facing the same, but in a different company. No, it's not. It is another way, only for secure our assets. Yes.
And that's really what I also like when we came to the solution. And I think a lot of people are waiting for, okay, what can we do with the LUSD? Like, what's the icing in the cake, and what's the option that we've actually been able to accommodate? And first of all, this is something that is for the Norwegian and the UK community, from our branch that has this option. And I think that most of, or all of us, we have NFTs. We are producing LUSDs. Some of us are converting those LUSDs into LSDs. Some of us are staking the LUSDs. And people have asked, like, what can we use them for? Like, and like me personally, like a lot of people, if this instance with Jack, to get into the details, things would be a bit different in the scenario. But hey, let's see if we can find some solutions that are actually beneficial for M3, for us as community members of L7, how it can benefit you as an individual, how can you leverage what you already have produced, and also get the benefits from that. And also, like Camilla mentioned, actually taking part in all of those 4 airdrops of coins. So I think we should just crack the nutshell and share what we've actually come up with. And it's an option for you to get into M3 with the use of your LUSD. Of course, there are some rules and regulations and requirements for you to use them. So I want to just say that this is something that is free of choice. It's not something that you have to do. It's something that is an offer for you, that you can actually start leveraging what you already.
So again, it's me. Put attention to that. All of these leaders, either it's the Norwegian call or this English call, are several times saying that this is an option offer that is made for you. So they have been very clear about that part, all of them. It's like singing in a choir. You will hear that from others as well. So yeah, I know that people are getting enthusiastic. They bring out hope, they bring out belief, which is good in one way. But again, it must be allowed to ask questions. I I don't understand this, that people are not allowed to ask questions. If you ask, you're out. Just do what they are saying.
Already have in a positive way. And let's say that you had $500 worth of LUSD. You would have the option to exchange that $500 worth of LUSD into an avatar in M3 of $100. So it's a 5-to-1 ratio. So you can exchange LUSDs into an avatar, either a $100 avatar, a $500 avatar, $1,000 avatar, a 5,000 or 10,000, depending on what you want. So that is something that is optional. For you to be able to utilize that, you need to inform your leader. So if you're in the Rune's team, Sander's team, Terje's team, or my team, just let us know and we'll get.
And getting back to this part also, but it's very funny that Tor Einar is sitting here and talking about if you are in my team, he says, or in Rune's team, which is a part of Tor Einar's team, or in Terje's team, which is a part of Tor Einar's team, or Sander, which is a part of Tor Einar's team. I'm coming back to the part also because I am not forgetting and I'm not forgiving what they did earlier here when it comes to poor people my upline and 3 crossline who went behind the back and created a joint account, which is nothing wrong in that. But the way they did it, going now to the community and saying that connect with your sponsor, and they are doing the totally opposite. So they have a joint account under Rune, and Rune is under Torena. Okay, try to understand this part now, and we're coming back to it, as I said, because there's another important thing which I think is important to share.
You on that list, and there are of course some requirements for this in your end. Because
Yes. And so one more thing, guys, because I really need to make a move, I need to basically go boarding now. So yeah, Torino, sorry to basically stop you there, but I want to make one thing very, very clear. Everyone is doing their part, all right, including us. We are also doing everything that we can, including your leaders, all right. If let's say they didn't spend time on building, what do you call that, M3, whatever they just said now is not possible. All right, they are. You know what happened now? They are using their profits that they earn from M3, and they are using that to basically buy your LSD, primary LSD, and also LUSD from you. So everyone will have a chance to fight for themselves again. So they are the ones who basically initiate this and come to me. So I said yes, okay, I can basically let's find ways to basically make this happen. So you need to be very, very thankful to all of them, because why? They did their very best to do everything that they can to help the community. Rather than like the naysayers, they just talk. Okay, so guys, I really need to make a move. In basically, thank you so much for this. How to say, listening to me. And if anything, you guys need another call like this, or maybe in a deeper understanding of what M3 is and how everything relates to how everything doesn't relate, but in a way it can help L7. Then let's jump on another Zoom call.
Thank you very much, Jensen. I just want to have one question, because this is something that a lot of people are wondering about. In worst case, the situation with Jack will still be for years, just as let's assume. We will not have access to the liquidity pool. What will happen to our assets we have in L7?
Sitting in the liquidity pool.
One more.
Sitting still in the liquidity pool.
Yeah, but
So
how...
one day, if the Jack is not out, there's no other way.
So now we said, okay, there is no other way. But the funny thing is that when others are asking questions, we are negative. We are making steam, of course, disturbance, and so on and so on. But it's allowed for others now to sit here because they are in this group of people. They're addressing perhaps some of the same questions, but when others are doing it and asking questions about it, it's totally negative. But it was good to hear that this question was asked. And it was also good to hear that answer, because there is more behind that answer, that is for sure.
There's no other way.
Okay, have a safe flight to Vietnam.
Yep. No,
See
I'm not
you.
going to Vietnam. I'm going back to Malaysia.
To Malaysia. Okay, I thought you was going to Vietnam.
No.
Have a safe
right.
trip to Malaysia.
Thank you, Jensen.
All right. Welcome. All right. We'll see you guys then.
yes, thank you so much, Jensen.
Bye-bye. All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Thanks, guys.
So let's get back to the offer that we started sharing.
Okay, so now we heard the offer. We didn't hear the requirements is coming after. The offer is 5-1. You can then fill in a list on the Norwegian call. We saw the list. They didn't want to share it. It had to go through these leaders who are sitting here and not through anyone else. But on that list, you have to give up names and things like this also. I thought everything here was decentralized, but obviously they want to have information as well. That is one thing. Ratio 1 to 5, LUSD. So if you have 500, you get 100 on Avatar. If you want to use LSD primary, you have to find the price. That's the market price of the LSD. I'm just waiting a couple of seconds. I hope that people will realize what they are actually saying here. If someone can give me how many LSD you have to give away to get $100 worth of Avatar here. That's a lot. Really, really a lot. But LUSD is counted like 1 to 1 to the dollar. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. What they're actually saying here. Let's hear the requirements as well. So it's about saving community of L7 if we are building up on M3. We have heard this before. But I don't get the connection here. If we are selling and if it's selling a lot, because we don't know if someone does it at all. what happens then? New assets inside of M3. What is happening with the L7? Yes, they're talking about buying the shell of the exchanges, which they could have done a long time ago if they want to, but it might be some reasons that they don't do it. Another thing, let's get back to the 15x here. If you have then 5,000 LUSD and you get 1,000 in avatar value in M3, for you to get any assets out of this 1,000, which you have sold with the 80% discount already to M3, if you look at it that way, I look at perhaps differently. I might be wrong. So you have a 1,000 there. For you to get access to what you are creating there, you have to bring in fresh money under you for $15,000 just to open that door with this 1,000 LUSD. So you're thinking that, okay, I get then the value and things like this of the avatar. Some of you know it already and some don't know it, but the value there is like 50% of it is what you're actually able to take out straight away. 20% is going into, no, 30% is going into another token, and then 20% is going to the shop part. So you're not getting out 100% in that way. Yeah, if you put the 20 on that part and 30 on from that part and 50% out in cash, USDT, yes, then you have 100 there, but you're still, again, having a system, which is quite good that they do, but for me, yes, I think it's a tricky way right now. Yeah, I just see the same picture as we have seen before. It's just disturbing me a little bit. It is because it's not the first time things are stopping up because of high payments and things like this. I don't know. I have much more questions than answers on things, even after this call or the Norwegian call as well. So, are they really interested in this? Is a question again that I am asking, because at what point are they like going to wake up L7? Except that if Jack Shaw is coming back and opening with his keys and blah 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 blah, which is not going to happen. Um, if not, because it's not a good blood between them now. For sure not. That part is a closed door anyway, which I see it. Again, it's just how I see it. So I'm asking myself, what are they really buying here? They have access to remove whatever they want to do from our back office, obviously, because they can remove, not that you are sending it to them, it's just remove there. Is it really tokens, LUSD has no value today? LSD has no value, very unsecure. What is going to happen with LSD? Why should they be interested in buying this? Yes, I know there's a lot of token, blah, 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 yada, 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 things like I said. Or is it that they are just wanted the data and your names and like they say here also, 15 times more, 15 times more fresh money inside before you can even open what you put inside of a value of 1:5 ratio. That was the ratio of LUSD, okay? Not LSD. You have to go to the market price and see how many LSD it is you are getting for $500, if I'm not correct. Wrong. I don't know. I think you're up in 30,000 LSD to get a 500. I'm not sure. It's insanely a lot of LSD. I'm asking myself, why should I sell for a fraction of the price? It's already a low price. And we have been always been saying, even I have said that, hold on to it. And we have been doing. And now it's like coming an option on the door, on the table. Can we please get your tokens? But I'm only going to pay you 1/5 of the price, plus you have to put in 15 times more money under you to get access to that 20% value of LUSD that you got in Avatar is coming in with. Is it only me who have this question, or I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But again, it's not allowed to ask questions, okay? A question here. It's just popping up. I'm getting so confused. Let's say a lot of people go inside, or not a lot of people go inside of M3. Uh, Nothing is happening with L7. What happens with our assets? Yeah, it's like where it is today. It's almost like on zero. It's 0.002 or something like that on the value of it today. Uh, what happens if Jack is coming back and actually open it? Is there something there or not? You don't know. And what happens if he's coming back and not opening? What is happening then? Is it that the M3 is going to buy the shell of L7 of the exchange? Sadly, nobody's talking about the centralized exchange. And I think the reason is because it was a very few people who had assets inside of it. But there is people who had assets inside of it also, the centralized exchange, where you could buy Bitcoin and etc. etc. And we were supposed to open a lot of things there. It's gone. The money of the people there is gone. You're not talking about this. You're talking about we can buy it back. If it costs $5 million to do it, and if they so strongly believe in it, why don't they do it today? Isn't there other options or solutions here? Other than saying it's a cooperation between something which was supposed to come later on L7? Yeah, questions are popping up. Oh, I see. I was muted, so the questions didn't come up. I tried to say that I hear now that they are saying that M3 is going to buy LSD back, which is good. It's a low price if they believe in it. It still doesn't get L7 back, okay? Just so we know that. It can only get up the price if they are starting burning the LSD. Then the price goes up. And if it's a combination that L7 is opening again, combined with the price is, no, the token is burned, yeah, then the price is going up. So what happens if Jack is coming back and he's doing something positive for this? Or if you don't, he's sitting with the keys anyway, like they say. Nobody from the management of M3. And according to what they're saying, it shouldn't be exactly the best dialogue between them. I'm just wondering what is happening here. I think it's a very smart of them, a smart move to say that we get your LUSD. What can they do with the LUSD? Nothing today. Yes, they say it's an asset. We have it as an asset. What is the value of it? It should be a stable coin. 1-to-1 to the dollar, unless they are inside of the system and can swap it into LSD and bring it out because they can. You will see also they are doing manually work. They can bring it out. It might be a huge number. Smart move. Plus they get the assets inside of M3. Does it bring back L7? No, but they are definitely bringing back 15 times, or at least they want to, and make sure that we are striving to get 15 times more. 15 times more than your staking. Yeah. Ask yourself, what did you have from before? Will you make it 15 times on this? Questions asked. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm stopping here with Camilla, but it has nothing to do with Camilla, my question, which is popping up. Uh, isn't this a DAO or shouldn't it be a DAO? If it is, shouldn't it be a voting about this change that they are going to buy back LSD and give away the avatars, shouldn't they ask the community there? Because as according to DAO, it should be a voting on things like this. It just pops up in my head. I have too many questions. Maybe I'm overthinking. I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. I'm gonna let Camilla finish her part here. I'm sorry to stop it again, but this is a meeting about an offer which is coming. And here it is, 15 leaders who have done this already. Exactly. Yep. This is what it is. That is, first of all, a big lie. If you are putting in 50,000 LUSD, get 10,000 in avatar, and you make 15 times more, $150,000 inside of your personal team in fresh money coming in, then you are able to open that avatar. But again, that avatar is not giving you 50,000. Stop saying that. That's a lie, and you know it. It's a totally lie. Don't dream now about that you're getting either it's 10,000 or if it's 1,000 you're putting in, you're getting 5,000 back of 1,000. You're not getting 5,000 in your hand. Again, you will see 50% of this on the screen. You're getting 2.5 back. They understand the offer here, but don't lie about the numbers. If you are putting in 1,000 from your LUSD, you get 100 avatar. If you put in 10,000 LUSD, you get 1,000 in avatar, which you're not getting released before you have 15,000 inside of it. Okay? And it's not going to give you 5,000 back. Because you cannot take out 5,000. 30% goes to something and 20% goes to the shop. You're sitting with 2.5. Stop saying these things. Oh, it's a DAO. Where is the information about the DAO? Where is the address? Where do we get the information about how many avatars which is sold? Because there should be an information also about the voting here. Is the voting about the USDT price? Is it how is this counted? Ask yourself that question. If you have one avatar, you think you have one vote. Maybe you have. But if you have 500, maybe you have five. I don't know because we don't see any information about it. We don't see any contract address. We don't see any of this information anywhere. And those who have most avatars, paid or not paid, they have the voting. Will you have the voting while you're building the 15 times more? No, it shouldn't be. And it hasn't been voting over this either. So, yes, funny that we are mentioning this. Follow those people who have the information. And we have to go through so many different channels to get the information. And so far, it hasn't been any official announcement. Even this meeting, which I'm showing now, that people will hate me for, someone will like it, that I'm showing it. It has been after this meeting, some other disturbance calls, messages in different ways to people who has been on this meeting to not share this meeting. How are people going to get the information? Another thing that on this call here, you see two hands are raised here now, so they are going to have their words. The chat was not open. People cannot ask questions, even though there is sitting so many leaders here, which could have answered every single question during this 1 hour and 15-minute call or something like that. When it comes to the Norwegian meeting, which was yesterday evening, the 22nd of July, yes, then the chat was open and the answers were questions. I know the questions were answered straight away, where to do what, where to find the information about going into M3. Yeah, that's correct. I hope you see what it is. I hope you understand what you're doing. Playing with the hopes. Yes, it's always good to hope. It's always good to go for some solutions, but is this correct? So it's meant as a positive way, but please don't talk about this in any community. How can I say that? Just contact the leaders, and the leaders here are those who have been in these meetings. Otherwise, you're making a disturbance. Sorry. Again, you're putting the scotch in front of the mouth of people and also telling them don't use your brain, don't ask questions, just go with the flow. Scary, very scary. How this is for me just manipulation, communication. Seems like a cult, but okay.
Vet du, det så insane å sitte og følge med på at her det en haug med fryktsomme nybegynnere som mener at dere kan mer enn en av verdens største Web 2-mediehus. Altså, vet du, det så irrasjonelt at det helt sinnssykt. Vet du, jeg gidder ikke å ha det her. Og hvis dere har problemer med det, som sagt, bare fiks det. Fjern dere. Vet du, det her så dumt. Dere tror dere har mer kompetanse enn en rekke juridiske mennesker og folk som har bøttevis av år med kompetanse. Det dere sier at dere kan mer enn det juridiske teamet til menneskene i Utopia, som velger å bli en del av dagen til M3. Fy faen, hvor urasjonelle det der. Vet du, det her stopper nå.
I'm not sure if I was unmuted when I was saying here after. This was, you know, after the English meeting, in some chat, I don't know which chat it was, because I'm not in other chats. I have only the WhatsApp chat and the Facebook group. So obviously there was some people who have said something, wrote something, put a video of something, I don't know, in that chat, and then this video which you just saw came out, and this is the reaction of a so-called leader, that someone, I don't know what they said. Also, it can be something personal to someone, and it's not good, but in the same time it is what it is today. But again, it shows that please don't have your opinions on the table. Your opinions doesn't count. Your knowledge doesn't count. Your questions doesn't count. What is this? I was shocked when I saw this. Really, really shocked. So I'm going to show you another one also. From the same chat which came up. This is not about hanging out people, but I know that they will say that I am hanging out people and blah, 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 blah. But at one point, the reality have to be coming out. We cannot hide things and not share things. Seriously. Isn't it community driven? What are we doing? If you're going to hide this offer like it's only for Norwegian, Swedish, English community, isn't this a DAO? Shouldn't it be voted over this? What will the rest of the community say? They don't know about this, giving away some DAO. What is happening? What is really happening? I don't know. Take a look at this.
Vet du, det her så inn i helvete respektløst for de menneskene i selskapene som jobber for dere uten å ta lønn for det, og enda mer respektløst overfor oss andre, og de som har tatt dere med på det her, hvor dere velger å ignorere helt klare data til fordel for hva dere syns selv. Jeg har sagt mine siste ord om den saken her, og vet du, jeg gidder ikke sånn piss i den her chatten en gang til. Det finnes mer enn nok forarer for det, og jeg har null problemer med å møte noen av dere på en eller annen call for å snakke om de tingene her. Alle dere fikk muligheten i dag til å spørre Jensen om hva som helst, eller dere kan få det til en annen anledning. For helvete.
Ok, så det her var tydeligvis ut ifra det som ble sagt her, en reaksjon på chatten her i kveld, som det ble sagt, og det her var det etter det engelske møtet. Så det er tydeligvis ikke bare jeg som reagerer på ting, det er nok folk i andre plasser som reagerer på ting. Og jeg liker ikke å få munnkurv og bli bedt om å hoppe, for dette er noen som står bak deg og pisker deg og sier at du skal hoppe. Det er lov til å tenke på hva vi egentlig gjør her. Og hvem er det som skaper de her spekulasjonene? det meg som skaper de her spekulasjonene? Det de andre som stiller spørsmål? Hva skjer med min investering på NFT-ene? Hva skjer med min LSD, LUSD fra NFT-ene? Hva skjer med farmingen? Hva skjer med liquidity pool? Hva skjer med de andre tokenene? Hva skjer da? Ikke det de sier i Oslo? Hva skjer da? Hva skjer med den sentraliserte børsen? Hvis de sitter med så mye penger, hvorfor tar de ikke kjøpe skallet? Hvis de har så mye trua på communityet her, og communityet her har jobbet knallbra for å bygge opp det som har vært her. Hvis communityet virkelig har trua på det, så har de kommet til å fortsatt. Men nå har dere et tilbud foran dere. Så det er en mulighet for å bli kvitt det som de selv sier at det kommer til å på sikt ha en potensiell god verdi. Men vi tar imot det for 1/50 av prisen. Hvis du da skaffer til veie 15 ganger mer frisk kapital i det nye. Da må dere spørre dere selv. Har dere 15 ganger på deres personlige team? Noen har selvfølgelig mye mer enn det. Men det er mange her som ikke har det. Absolutt ikke. 15 ganger mer. Tenk litt på det. Dette ble en ekstremt lang Zoom. Ekstremt lang. Men jeg har ingenting å skjule. Hvis noen som er irritert på meg, og også som de sier på videoen her, hvis det var adressert til meg, at hvis jeg hadde vært til stede, eller hvis folk har vært til stede, så de skulle ha punchet dem i ansiktet, hvor de ikke møter på døra, bla 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 bla. For meg så er det ikke noe problem. Jeg kan dra hvor som helst, hvis det er noen som ønsker det. Men ikke noe sånn barnslige ting med fysisk kontakt. Det er ikke det jeg snakker om. Jeg snakker om å ha en verbal kommunikasjon. Å få informasjon på bordet. Bli stilt spørsmål og få svar på det. Uten at du skal bli hengt ut som en annen tullebord. Det er det vi blir hengt ut som. Ok, da har jeg sagt mitt igjen. Og igjen så deler jeg. Lik det, eller mislik det. Det får være opp til hver enkelt. Men jeg har den oppfatning til den oppfatningen. Og også ut ifra meldinger og kommunikasjoner som jeg har, så har folk mye spørsmål. Men vi får ikke lov til å stille spørsmålene, men vi har fått et svar. Vi har fått et svar på at vi har et tilbud foran oss. Men vi får ikke lov til å stille spørsmål om det. Ha en flott dag, alle sammen.